Hey there, welcome to the Eurostep, a Milwaukee Bucks podcast, proudly a part of the Blue Wire Podcast Network and GSPN, and presented by our pals at PrizePicks. I don't know, I'm Ty Windisch. I'm joined, not as always, because not on the first pod this week, but glad to be joined again by Rohan Katti. I was going to ask Rohan to start us off. First, how's it going? Second, are we a Milwaukee Bucks podcast or an Usman Dieng podcast now?
What's the difference at this point? He seems like the entire organization.
He's got the whole team on his back right now.
Shout out to Justin for this week's pod.
Thank you.
Thanks for holding it down while I was on a work trip.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good to be back. And Ty, you and I talked on the last pod. It was post trade deadline. Can you believe that was just like a week ago?
And everything's changed.
Everything's changed. We were like, maybe we're just drinking the Kool-Aid here, but wouldn't it be cool if the Bucks won some games? They won 5 of 6.
Yep. They won 5 of 6. And after that first Orlando game where it's like, okay, more of the same, like they beat some bad teams, but they run into a semi-real team and it's immediately over. They come back and beat Orlando. I'd say a strong win, close it out. And Dieng was hit shots in that game, but I didn't love that game, which I got some flack for. And then Oklahoma City, the Bucks just blow out the Thunder. And you may say, oh, the Thunder didn't have Shea, they didn't have Jalen Williams, they didn't have J-Dub, the good one, and they didn't have Isaiah Hartenstein. That's fine. The Bucks have sucked against everyone all year. Everyone. Every single team. We've seen them lose to the Kings. Like, everyone. And the Bucks didn't have...
started Bronny.
Yeah.
And lost.
And the Bucks didn't have Giannis Antetokounmpo, Ryan Rollins, or Miles Turner, or Taurean Prince.
Or Gary Harris.
Or Gary Harris. I didn't even know that.
No, he was just a DMP.
No, he was a DMP. Yeah, no. But very key players. Your starting front court and Ryan Rollins, who I still think is their best guard. Like,
three best players?
Probably. Well, Usman played.
That's true.
Usman played. Usman Dieng started at the 3. This is after the post-game, the second Orlando game. Because one question that was asked when they first acquired Usman Dieng was, oh, is this a 5? Because if you can't trust this stuff. You pull up Basketball Reference, it says, oh, he's been a center for 3 years. You watch him play for 5 minutes. That guy's not a center. I don't know who he was playing with, that they labeled him as such. Not a center. He's 6'9". He's relatively skinny for 6'9". He moves like a wing. And in the G League with the OKC Blue, they kind of used him as a point guard. I think I heard he played point guard before he came over too. But he had like a 5-assist season down there. Like, he was ball handling. He's not a post-up big, and he showed that. But Doc Rivers referred to him as both a big 3 and a natural 3. And it feels a little weird to talk about Usman Dieng, big naturals, but that's the way Doc described him, and he sure looked like it. He started at the 3. The starting lineup was Kevin Porter Jr., AJ Green, Usman Dieng, Kyle Kuzma, Jericho Sims with all the injuries. And that lineup worked great. Most lineups the Bucks went with worked great. I think almost every player who got real run in this game played very well. I think there was one exception, but even he wasn't terrible. And Dieng looks like a natural big wing 3/4, but with the real ability to play 3, which is crucial. And what we've talked about, what this team has needed the most, bar none, positionally, is that player. And that's what he looks like. It's only been 2 real games, garbage time of 1 game, but that's what Dieng looks like thus far.
It's kind of weird, right?
Oh.
It's kind of strange to see how much an actual 3 will change the Bucks' lives. You and I have talked about this ad nauseum all season long, and even like last season too. And it's wild to actually see them have. I mean, he's not like your prototypical 3, but he plays like it, and I guess that's what matters. And it's just wild to see that they can actually play lineups with size that defend and can do everything you want them to do out there. Like they were a defensive menace out there at times with all their length and their lineups. Yeah. And it helps that Usman Dieng is actually he seems to be a pretty good defender.
Yeah.
Like that really helps. The Bucks have found a wing player. And again, it's been 2 games. This could all end after the All-Star break. So I'm not going to bet the franchise on this. But in the 2 games that we've seen, the Bucks have found themselves a big wing player who can create shots for himself and others and also defend.
Yeah, what I'm nervous about with him is the shooting. And I got a lot of flack because after that first big Orlando game he played, I wasn't that encouraged by that game because I think he was 5 of 6 from the field, and it was just all jumpers. He had 2 rebounds, no assists, no other counting stats. And he had some good defensive possessions, but he wasn't really impacting the game defensively, I thought. And I was like, okay, that's great. Dieng, to me, based on a pretty big sample across the NBA and the G League now, like, I don't think he can be Michael Porter Jr. And maybe now he can, because he looked great again. He was 3 of 6 in this game.
He's not fluid enough.
No, it's got a bit of a hitch. He can pull up into it, which is nice, but it's not. You watch the jumper, you're like, he's not Michael Porter Jr.
And even the ball handling, it's just like it's not nearly fluid enough to be that.
The handling is better than I thought it was going to be, but it's not.
Better than I thought.
He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard.
Yeah.
No. He's not Paul George. But this game, and he played more minutes, which helps. He played 36 and a half. He was second on the team in minutes, which Darvin, this coaching staff, I will say, like all the jokes about Doc not playing on guys. If a guy starts to be good with how bad they've been, they're just like, you know what? 40 minutes. You got it, big dog.
Yeah. You started the whole game. You were playing big minutes for us. You got garbage time too.
Right? Yeah. You're staying in. Pour it on. Your old team revenge game for Usman Dieng, which I want to talk about his journey here and how teams might feel a little silly about this. 7 of 12 from the field, 3 of 6 from deep, 2 of 4 from free throw. He fits right in. 11 boards for Uz, including 10 defensive and 1 offensive. And that's one thing to interrupt the stat line. That stood out, and his rebounding numbers overall per minute have been pretty good. But you watch him play, this guy's going to help solve their rebounding issues. He goes up for them. This is not a player who just like collects rebounds. He's 6'9", he's probably plus wingspan. And he's not like center hefty, but he's not a twig either, right? Like he can go up and get boards. So that's been huge. Again, he had, I think, 2 or 3 in the last game. So way better. 6 assists, moving the ball, making plays. And not AJ Green savant level passing, which we'll have to talk about. AJ just taking this playmaking step this year. But, that's fine. Like drive, make the right read, make the easy pass. Like we don't need you to be Rajon Rondo. We have him on the coaching staff already. But just make the easy plays, and he did. And then 5 stocks, 1 steal, 4 blocks. He was doing a Chet Holmgren impression, and Chet kind of got him at the end of the first half. But, oh my God, like what a debut for Dieng. 19 points, plus 16, one of the best marks on the team. He did it all. I mean, he did everything I could ask for him. Clearly, I was way more encouraged after this game than the last one. Not to say it's bad that he hit his jumpers, but I just wanted to see more, and he showed he can do more against OKC, no question.
Yeah, I understand why you weren't super, super enthused after that Orlando game because you see, he's relying on those jumpers. You want to see because that's gonna go down at some point, right? It will. Like he's not going to shoot
70 whatever % from on jumpers going forward. I think he should.
I don't think so.
I think he should choose to. So. I wasn't pissed to be clear either. I was just like, this isn't going to work if this is all he is. That was my take.
That'd be great if that is
if he
what
wants
he is.
to be that, that's fine. Yeah.
Let's get the statue going.
Just be Klay Thompson. Be 6'9" Klay Thompson. That's fine.
Except he'd be better, I think, if he was just doing that.
If he did everything Klay did at a bigger frame and roughly as athletic, yeah, he probably would be.
Yeah, crazy.
Wemby. He's just diet Wemby. French.
Ooh. Yeah.
Is this retribution for Horst? He was in the NBL Next Stars program too.
He was
same as AJ Johnson. Horst is
the Bucks do like that.
Never wrong, just late. Oh my God! Do you know who he played with there?
Who did he? Oh,
was it Frenchman?
Frenchman. I thought it was
Hugo Besson.
Oh my goodness!
It all comes back around, baby.
Oh my goodness! I thought you were going to say Tuck.
No, I think Tuck was already gone. He played way back in 21-22 there because he's been on OKC for so long.
Yeah. Okay. But I understand why you were a little bit like nervous. But seeing his game sort of seeing his game evolve over these 2 games, which is a wild sentence, it's just really encouraging. When's the last time you had this much hope as someone who like watches the Bucks?
Really early in this year, probably the first 5 games of this year.
Oh, sorry. I should have rephrased. Hope for a young player.
It's Rollins. Everyone's forgetting Rollins in this now.
Yeah.
For me, it's still Rollins.
No, it is.
But, I mean, they have 2 of those guys now. I will say, like, the funniest thing about It'd be very Bucks if like they were expected to be like a 48-win team and they suck. And then they're expected to die and have no depth and lose Giannis at the trade deadline. And they keep Giannis, and now suddenly Usman Dieng and Pete Nance are like Nails big wing rotation players, which is kind of what it feels like at the moment. Like I pointed this out last night. 48 minutes of Nance and Dieng after some of the like quote unquote threes we saw early in the year. And I'm not even convinced Nance is truly a 3 yet, but he's like probably more 4 than 3, frankly. But still, like he does some of the same things. He just can't guard down as well. He tries. He does okay. It feels amazing. Those guys combined for 18 boards and 8 assists in this game. And Nance had a block too. So 6 stocks with those two. I mean, and they still have Kuzma, who like is super inconsistent. The jumper's totally left him lately, but still gives you some good things. And suddenly they just have all this size on the perimeter where like their defense and rebounding have been way better these last 2 games because they're big and athletic. Like we're just not used to seeing this, especially in games without Giannis. Usually be like, okay, when Giannis is on, they're kind of athletic. Now they're like legitimately like they out-rebounded OKC. They had more offensive boards than OKC. Like they kind of closed out the game in the second half by part of it was just like we're going to get every rebound and just shut this thing down.
Yeah, it's feels like a complete turnaround from the Bucks we've seen previous. It's just it's always the thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like why is it it's February, man. Like
Usman put it on. We'll talk about Cam Thomas, the other new guy too, who I mean really carried them to the Orlando win, and was not as good in this game.
It's been the full Cam Thomas experience in 2 games.
It has. I will say, I'm shocked at how insulated they were from that in this game because Thomas played only 20 minutes, and I think the coaching staff, and I want to say up top, didn't mention it yet, Doc Rivers missed the OKC game because of a funeral, and they obviously played really well and won. And there's some like, oh, Darvin should take over this and that, this and that. It's the same coaching staff.
It's the same principles.
I don't think Darvin did anything drastically different than Doc would have done. I think Doc was actually saying a lot of things that I really agreed with after that Orlando game. And it's not just that those sounded good. It was like actionable things that then carried through this next game. So I just want to say condolences to Doc. I just don't think it's the time to be doing this stuff. And I don't think there's going to be a change made here.
No, and hope all of the best is good with the Rivers family.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. But
obviously a very bad situation.
Yeah, of course. But just wanted to say that, just make it clear we didn't miss this conversation. I don't think it's as relevant as people do.
It's not really a conversation.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The last game before the All-Star break.
Yeah, that too.
Do I think Doc Rivers is the best coach for this basketball team? No, I'm not.
We made that clear. We made that clear.
No, I'm not back.
No, we do have the Darvin experience in Lakers too, which they won games. I mean, I don't want to take a shot at Darvin here, but he wasn't winning coach of the years out there either. Anyway,
I don't want to take a shot at Darvin here while I'm pointing a gun to his torso.
I think he was unfairly maligned for a lot of that, but it went the way it went. I mean, they did go to the conference finals. Maybe they won an NBA Cup. I mean, maybe it went pretty well. I guess Doc did that too. Not that
I was going to say Doc did that too.
Doc did the Cup part too. But Doc said about Cam Thomas, because I think there was, I don't want to say a fear, but a little bit of apprehension of like, okay, he has this great game against Orlando. Like, are we just going to be a Cam Thomas team now where like the keys are handed over and it's like he and KPJ are starting and it's just, hezzy tween Jimbos for 48 minutes, like the whole game. And Doc went out of his way to say he was great tonight. I had Jamal Crawford, I had Lou Williams, and now I have Cam Thomas, which is both a compliment because those are some of the great players that Doc has coached, but also like putting him in a very firm box of those are sixth men. Those are not starters. Those are not players we built an offense around. These are sixth men who were on very good teams sometimes that Doc coached, but had that very defined role. And Cam Thomas only played 20 minutes in this game, the least of all the rotation players besides Sims, who is in foul trouble.
Oh man, that was
horrible. After an amazing Orlando game, he had a great opportunity to put his stamp on this one. That foul trouble was crazy by him. He still had an okay game, but he limited himself, and he needs to be better going forward.
It's just the worst. We'll talk about him in a second.
Yeah. But Thomas.
Yeah, Cam Thomas. And it was weird in this game specifically. Do you remember there was this stretch where he comes in and he's, doing the Cam Thomas thing where he's taking every single shot. He's whatever dribble moves he wants to do, he's doing. And then he gets pulled and then he comes back. I think this was the third quarter. He comes back in the third quarter and all he's doing is passing the ball.
Yeah.
And I was like, what happened?
They're working on him. They're working on him. Rondo's been around, which I think actually legitimately is going to help with him, and has helped with KPJ over the course of the year. I also think KPJ, he took 15 shots in 32 minutes, like same as Kuzma in less minutes, one more than AJ. AJ played more. Like the shot distribution was good. I think they've kind of drilled into KPJ, like you need to be a point guard. You can't be. We especially now that we actually have a legitimate. Like, this guy actually does kind of just hezzy tween Jimbo. Like, you can't do it 24/7. Credit to KPJ, who I think has played a much more sustainable point guard, especially lately this season. But yeah, I think Thomas too. They were like, listen, man, like, we have a good thing going with the ball movement. I don't know if you've noticed, like, got to buy into that a little more. He missed 5 threes. The one he made, he spotted up in the corners as well. Like, he started to do that, and they got him off ball.
Was that the best offensive sequence of the Bucks season?
Yes, easily. It was.
I saw that and I felt things.
Was it like 4 passes in 4 seconds, it felt like?
Yep.
And like the third one was on a cut, I think because Nance was involved, because Nance is by far the best cutter and passer on the team in terms of those kind of looks. Like, he has a really good feel for that.
Mm-hmm. And AJ with the nice over the top pass to fake that jumper going.
His passing. Oh my gosh. I mean, he's doing these like lefty passes across the whole court and they are dimes.
It's incredible to see. But yeah, just on Cam Thomas for a second. 20 minutes. I never watched a ton of Nets basketball. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I'll admit it.
Yeah.
Wasn't a big Nets watcher. They weren't my league pass team, I'm just so impressed by his ability to get up 13 shots in 20 minutes.
Dude, I mean,
like, there's something about it.
It's
do I think it's good? It's not the best thing. Am I impressed by it? Absolutely.
He is one, like, I think it might be a little odd. Like, I could see him losing a lot of role when the team is healthy, just because there's going to be so much shot creation that I think he'll be needed a little bit less. But whenever they're not, or whenever anyone's out or in foul trouble or just doesn't have it, I think it is nice if you control it and use it the right way to have a guy where because that is a skill. There's a lot of players who literally could not get up a shot when there's like no advantage in the offense. It's a skill to just be like, I don't care who's guarding me. I don't care what the defense is. It doesn't matter. I don't care what the shot clock is. I can get to a mid-ranger that I feel good about. A lot of players can't do that. You can't run a whole offense through it, as we've learned in the modern league. But 20 minutes, hey, with KPJ sitting, like whatever, we just don't have much going right now. AJ is trying his hardest to run offense. He had some really good moments, I'd say, but it's not a great product at the moment. Well, let's just give it to Cam and see if he can go on a heater. And if he does, then great. And if he doesn't, we got to try something else. That's the right approach. So it seems like the coaching staff has figured out the right way to use him pretty quickly. And if he is on the heater, like Orlando, like, play 35 minutes, dude. Like, he's going to have these random games where he scores 40. Go for it.
Yeah, it almost feels better to me than Black Hole Bob. Sort of like bench scoring. Like, at least it's a little more dynamic.
It's more dynamic. And again, I think he took 3 of the 13 were at the rim, which is a worse percentage, but he got to the rim a couple times when his shots weren't falling. 2 of his makes were at the rim. I'd really like to continue to see that too.
Shout out some Dion in him.
Yeah, definitely some Dion Waiters. 100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I thought Bob was really good in this game too.
Yeah.
He hustled. He was running out to contest 3-point shots, which, like, Big Bob, the game before the All-Star, like, I've seen him not hustle to contest layups, and he's running out to the line. He had 12 boards after 2 really bad rebounding games, 3 assists and 4 steals, active hands. Like, he just taps into these games where you're like, if you were like this 80% of the time, we would love you again. No question.
You know what it feels like? It feels like I can't think of a specific situation, so I'll just describe it.
Yeah.
it's so you bring in some new players on the team, right? And you're trying to see like, hey, this is what Bucks basketball is like. So you're like hyper aware of you need to say like, oh, there's some new guys. This is what our team culture is
Yeah.
actually like.
Yeah, it's like the
Trust me.
honeymoon for the existing guys.
Yes. It's like, hey, no, this is how we play. We play hard, we play fast, we're contesting out there. It's like, no, this is what we do. Don't go and watch any of our film previous to you getting here. But no, trust us. This is what we do. It feels like that.
Do you think
it feels like the honeymoon phase is a good way to put it. It feels like Harden's honeymoon.
Yeah. Do you think did Usman bring a copy of the OKC playbook with all this ball movement?
I hope so.
She's like, I think you guys should try this.
Mark Daigneault.
Yeah, I think you guys should try this. Mark Daigneault, he gives me the ick just the way he like not what he does, the way he looks while he coaches.
What does that even mean?
I think he has RBF. He never looks fired up. He's always just like, blank. I mean, I think it works because he has a nonchalant team. Like, I think LeBron would have gotten that guy fired in 2 months. And again, it's not because he's a bad coach, but LeBron would have just been like, can you make an expression besides, like, puzzled/smelling something?
That's fair.
He's a great coach. Again, I would love if he was the coach of the Bucks. Let me make this clear. I always laugh when they show him because he just always is just like, what's going on? I think he knows, but he just has that look.
He really does. I feel you on that one.
Rohan, you have that look of a winner. And all of our listeners can as well, and viewers, when you tap in with PrizePicks, the #1 DFS app of all time. You know, the big game may be over, but we got a bunch of big games coming up. We got all-star games and stuff coming up, which I'm sure there's going to be some fun with that. Just, good luck there, because I'm not going to try and predict this new format. I don't fully understand how it works, but I'm sure the fine folks at PrizePicks have figured it out. And obviously, we're going to be pounding the table, working our connects, saying we need Usman Dieng on the board ASAP. If he continues to start, he will be. If not already by the next game. Clearly, the people are crying for Usman Dieng more than whatever points, rebounds, assists. Probably going to be pretty high now. I'm going to say 20 plus, and I'm still going to take the over. I'm buying all the Dieng stock. You can also, of course, one of my favorites has been Cam Thomas. AJ Green is what I meant, threes made. Cam Thomas threes made a little riskier, but hey, kill a Cam. He might get it done as well. And then you can play like Rohan too if you want to just find out early how it's going to go. Our team has decided to score points again in the first 3 minutes, so those plays are live all of a sudden. They were kind of tough for a little while there because they just didn't do anything for the first 5 minutes of a lot of games. We seem to be back. So check out PrizePicks. Kyle Kuzma, like assists early on, can be nice, especially with no Giannis. And Kevin Porter Jr. is going to be very involved in games as well. But hopefully we see Rollins, and then soon thereafter Giannis after the break. We'll talk about that update from John Horst in a second. But download the PrizePicks app today and use code Eurostep to get $50 when you play $5, whether you win or lose. That's $50 in plays on the PrizePicks app when you use code Eurostep. All you have to do is play your first $5 lineup, even if you lose. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. We talk about Dieng enough.
I don't know. It feels kind of. Did we do it a little short?
I don't think so.
Is he the bus? Wow.
He's a bus.
The best? Is he taking us to school? Yeah, he's doing that.
Oh, I meant like Jerry. Like he got kicked out of the Lakers.
Oh no. Is he a bus? No. Is he the best Bucks wing since Khris Middleton?
I mean, I think he has to do a little more
in that conversation.
Yeah,
is that there haven't been any.
It's Kuzma, right? And like this last 2 games, he's definitely been better than Kuzma in the aggregate as a Buck. I think, or maybe Taurean Prince, I guess. I mean, so yes, based on that. But if you want to say that sample is really small, we need to see more, I think that's fair. But I do think there's reason to be encouraged because he has showed tools before. He's 22 years old. He came out of a developmental juggernaut. And that is actually the last Dieng conversation I wanted to have is this. I've seen this pop up a lot, like questions or statements like the idea of why would OKC give up on this guy? And I don't actually think it's that complicated. They're loaded.
They're good.
They're loaded. They're not. They're loaded at his position, especially. I think forwards, right? Like J-Dub is great. Chet is basically a 4. I mean, he plays a little bit of 5, but their ideal, I think, is him and Hartenstein. They have Aaron Wiggins, who's got a spot there. Isaiah Joe, who has a clear skill set that they kind of sneakily need. Caruso's basically like a 2-3 at this point. Like, they just have all of these players there already, and they're getting expensive after this year, and he's going to be a restricted free agent after this year. So I think no matter what, even if they didn't dump him at the deadline, they were probably going to like not issue the qualifying offer and let him walk anyway, unless he ended up playing a lot, which with all these injuries now, maybe he would have. But he just didn't have a spot there anymore. And they developed him through the G, and the spot just wasn't there. They wanted to play some of their other guys, their younger guys. I didn't mention Luguentz Dort, also big-time forward on the Thunder, who Dieng was just straight up better than in this game, but I digress. I actually think the more interesting one is going to be what's going on with these other teams that didn't take him for free.
Like the Bulls.
The Bulls and the Hornets look great. So, I mean, whatever. Like, Saloon's coming on, so maybe they won't care as much. But the Hornets got him and a 29-second for Mason Plumlee. Imagine if he just played like this for Charlotte, what we'd be saying about that trade. Then, Dieng, Colin Sexton, and 3 seconds to the Bulls for Kobe White and Mike Conley. And Conley got cut. So, again, the Bulls, who they have Buzelis, they don't have a whole lot other on the wing. I mean, did Patrick Williams lose this guy a spot? Like, they sent him to the Bucks for Nick Richards because they had no centers, which, like, fine, I guess. But, yeah, I think the Bulls part of this and kind of the Hornets, too, almost more than OKC, because at least OKC, you're like, yeah, they go 12 deep. Like, there's literally just not a spot. Doesn't mean he's necessarily worse than the 12 guys, but they've proven it. Like, they played in the rotation.
They have their spot selected.
Yeah, exactly. And he didn't do enough to earn the spot, which, again, makes sense because they started out like, 24-1 or something? Like, they weren't making rotation changes. They just haven't needed to. But the money thing is a big deal, too. Like, they knew they weren't going to keep him. The team gets really expensive this year, so, like, that went into it as well.
Yeah, and from the Bulls' perspective, it's just funny. It's
hilarious.
Really funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have just signed a different center and had Usman Dieng. But no. Had to send him to the Bucks. And I thank you, Carcinovas.
Thank you, Carcinovas. Thank you. I always forget who the Hornets GM is right now. And thank you, Presti.
Oh, it's who is it?
Presti and the Thunder. I don't remember who the...
Oh, Presti. I thought you said Preston. I was like, who's not Preston?
No, it's not Langdon because Langdon's the Pistons, right? I feel like we just did this in the last pod.
Yeah, it's like when you Google Trajan Langdon, former New Orleans Pelicans general manager, but then it's like he's also the president of basketball operations for the Pistons.
Side note. It's like Tom Brady, television announcer, also played quarterback for a while.
Jeff Peterson.
I would not have got that in a while. It sounds like a 2K generated GM, but I think he's doing a good job.
6 years old?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty young.
That is.
Dieng is a revelation. I'm glad they started him. I think probably has the inside track to start the rest of the year at this point.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if he starts to really struggle, but...
Yeah. So the Bucks have been winning some games, Ty. You know, it was really disappointing to see the Bucks, win 5 out of 6 games and still be 7 games under 500.
Yeah, and still 12th. They haven't jumped up yet.
They haven't made up any ground.
Well,
in the standings.
Yeah. They've actually drawn...
In terms of actual positioning.
In terms of position. They are 1 loss behind the Hornets in 9th now. So they're definitely closer because they were a couple games out of 10 earlier. They're now tied in the loss column with Atlanta, who's 10th. They actually have 1 fewer loss than the Bulls, who are 11th, but they've just played less games and they have less wins. So, I mean, they are pretty much right there now to jump into the play-in. They're a game and a half back.
It seems like Giannis might be coming back soon as well.
Horst said he had about 2 weeks left on the Gale Clapper pod, which is like the go-to place for news. He told Gale probably more like 2 weeks. He's not going to play an All-Star. There was kind of this wave of like, maybe he'll be an All-Star, maybe he'll be back right after. Seems like maybe not right after, but it does seem like he'll be back pretty soon. And he's pumped, dude. Yeah. I know you I think, did you make it You posted that video. I think Newmark made it his profile picture somewhere of just the Giannis face after the Cam Thomas game winner, or dagger, I should say. It didn't technically win the game.
What a shot!
What a shot! Amazing shot. I don't know what the hell Suggs was thinking. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Guy picks up his dribble. You back up. Like, what is this, honor code? Go ahead, bury us. By the way, horrible vibes from Orlando. To get beat up by this Bucks team, like that's
abysmal.
Rough. That's
abysmal
rough.
vibes. At least they split it.
If
they would have lost,
got that
both,
first one. Yeah,
that would have been awful. Can you imagine if the Bucks won 6 games in a row?
After that game, I was starting to decide. They're 5 in the loss column ahead in 7th. Like, are they just going to be like this the rest of the way? Like, is that in play? So here's the big standings watch thing. And first, I guess, are we agreed the tank is over? Usman Dieng destroyed the tank.
He did destroy the tank, but again, they couldn't really have done worse. They couldn't have really improved their positioning.
No, I know, but I'm pretty confident they're at least going to be a play-in team.
I think they're going to try.
I think they're going to be.
I think they'll try.
So here's why. When they get back, first game, now All-Star break is coming up, so they don't play for a week from today. Friday, Feb 20 is at New Orleans, one of the worst teams in the league. They're awful. Then they have a stretch.
And you want to beat New Orleans.
You really want to beat, even if you are tanking. Then they see some better teams, but it's a really long home stretch, and it's almost a 10-game homestand. The only road game is at Chicago, so you're not getting on a plane for weeks after that that New Orleans game.
Oh my God, I can't talk. I'm out of practice.
Yeah.
The only game after that where they'd have to get on a plane, besides the New Orleans game, is March 12th against the Heat.
So a month from today, basically. It's the 13th today. A full month. Yeah. I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be some planes to Cancun. But here's the next 10 games after New Orleans. Home Raptors, good team. Day game, Sunday day game, Sunday. Back-to-back home Heat Cavaliers. Heat looking a little shaky. Cavaliers looking really good lately. Home Knicks. So a lot of good teams, but all at home. Big test in the schedule. Then Sunday, March 1, they're on the road at Chicago. They come back for a back-to-back against the Celtics. Good team. Hawks, pretty bad. Pretty crucial game there for the play-in. Wednesday, and then Jazz Magic, home back-to-back. Jazz are...
What is this schedule?
The Jazz are literally getting fined. They're so bad. They're tanking so egregiously. The Magic game, again, like, if the Bucks don't get drilled by these good teams, and if Orlando doesn't get it together, that's another big one for tiebreakers / standings. And then home Suns on the Tuesday before they go, who are good, before a mini road trip, Heat Hawks again. So really you have all these Hawks games left. Those are going to totally determine the tiebreaker and that. And then you get home Pacers, home Cavs, and then there's a West Coast trip at the end of March. But it's they're the worst, I should say. Jazz, Suns, Clippers, Blazers. So not the scary West Coast trip.
We already did the scary one.
Yeah, that one's over. So really, I think that stretch, Raptors, Heat, Cavs, Knicks, that's going to kind of be like the 4 games that determine a lot for me about this team. Even if they split, I'd be okay with it. But I just think if you go 0-4 there, you maybe still make play-in, but you like kind of limp in. They have a real moment here to kind of like surge and make people at least think like, oh, is this a team that like Detroit kind of wouldn't want to see in the first round? I think that's their ceiling now. I think that's their ceiling now for the Bucks. Realistically, is like, oh, that's not fun if you hold the 1 seed all year and then you get Giannis and like this weird resurgent Bucks team in round 1.
Giannis, you get Usman Dieng.
You get Uz and Yan.
Uz and Yan.
Uz and Yan. Jan Usman.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that stretch is really going to determine. Oh, I feel like this is the 5th sink or swim stretch.
I know
this season.
I know, and I feel like all the other ones though were bad teams and they sucked. How Bucks would it be for them to be like, oh, a sink or swim against good teams? We're going to go 3-1. We're only going to lose to Miami, who's probably going to scuffle all the way into that.
We're going to beat the Cavs, Raptors, and Knicks, but lose to the Pelicans and Heat.
Yeah, exactly. That Heat game is that Heat game's the Thanasis hat giveaway, so that's a dub.
Oh man, you can't lose the Thanasis hat giveaway.
That's a dub for sure.
Remember Heat fans saying, "Oh my God, TA's hat giveaway is against the Heat. That means he's going to Miami."
Yeah. Did you?
What a time!
I'm looking. I'm on the Bucks schedule thing, and it has all the giveaways. The March 2nd game, the home game against the Celtics, they're giving out Doc's first aid kit. It's a Doc Rivers branded first aid kit. I kind of
Everyone
need
should have
this.
a first aid kit, so yeah.
It's also the Noche Latina game.
Oh, there we go.
Why is it both?
I don't know. They couldn't have done Doc's thing for the Hawks? You know,
No.
a team he played for?
No, it's the next game. Nope, couldn't have. Nope, we got to scrunch these together.
We got to pull double duty here.
Yeah, Doc's bags not driving the ticket sales. Let's throw on Noche Latina night under this one. We need to get some people in the door. That's hilarious to me. We also have the Miles Turner cap in March against the Magic.
Nice.
I won't read every giveaway. I won't read every. Yeah, I know. We have. There's an AJ Green cap in late March too against the Mavericks.
Okay.
I can't believe I bought the freaking Dame cap on eBay.
You bought that on eBay?
I bought that on eBay. I didn't get out to that game. I was so fired up.
Oh, it's not great.
No, I'm not going to acquire any more caps, I think. Maybe I'll get the Doc first aid kit.
I was like, I have one. I could have given you one.
No, I didn't know. Yeah, I was too pumped.
I didn't know you wanted one.
I really did. I don't know why. I don't look good in it. It's like a trucker hat. It's not really my style. I don't know. Something just got into me. I was just like, oh, I need this. Yeah, you're not a big hat guy.
I never wear hats.
Yeah, I don't often. I do sometimes now. Bad hair day, but
you never have bad hair days.
Thanks. I appreciate that. That's nice of you. Is there anything else from this game that you wanted to hit on rapid fire here in the last 5 minutes?
Offensive rebounding looks incredible.
Yeah,
looks really good. Doc was saying after the second Magic game that's really been a priority, and you start to see that really come through, and you can start to see that concentrated effort on it. Like it's just you see Bob getting his fake 4. That's basically 2 offensive rebounds from him.
Yeah, at least he got some. He had like 2 rebounds the last game.
But you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with at least 2 O boards, which is just incredible to see in this game. It's just it's good to see that. I think one of the things that the Bucks have really hit on in their offense is just playing a bunch of guys who make quick decisions.
Yeah. Yep.
Like AJ, Pete, Oos.
Yep.
Those guys their time to pass is so quick, which makes them generate open shots. What a concept.
Yeah.
Instead of just like Kyle Kuzma, like catching the ball, doing a little
long
getting into
drives.
his 3-point stance. And it's just like, what am I going to do here? Which one am I going to do? The quick decision making matters. And I think that's really shown through.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting to see, like, can they sustain this when Giannis is back? Because that's the big question now. It's like, if they're going to have some success against those really good teams, like, they're going to need Giannis back for at least some of those games, right? I think that, they're playing well right now, but I don't think they have the firepower to beat the elite teams in the NBA. I don't think that's that controversial. So that's going to be difficult because Giannis has been, like, their offense with him had been, like, extremely high usage, and, like, he operates out of the post where this stuff doesn't happen as naturally when one player is posted up. There can be cuts around and stuff, but it's just different. So I'll be really interested to see, do they change the floor balance and get, like, Giannis on the ball more, or, like, maybe players cutting and screening for him like they do with Green? Like, are we going to see Ooze screen for Giannis and then slip and then hit him and then he hits somebody? Like, I'd rather see more of an open floor concept than as much of the post stuff. But agree there.
Or at least, like, when Giannis isn't on the court.
Yeah, can you sustain it then? Yeah, 100%. That's been nice to see.
Which is great.
I was a little surprised. Andre Jackson Jr. got in for 3 minutes of the real game. Had a great putback, 3 rebounds. I thought he looked decent. He did have a turnover, and then was just gone. I guess everyone else was playing well enough, but
yeah, it was just really funny. Like,
yeah,
it's just funny. I don't know how else to describe the Ajax experience.
Props to him. He's a good pro. He stays ready. I don't think I've ever seen him. Like, he's one of the first bench celebration guys. I mentioned it. Like,
Same with Gary Trent.
Yeah, Trent's taken the benching very well, I would say. I do wonder, I think he'll be more competitive with Cam than people think when Giannis is back, because Gary slots next to Giannis better than Cam, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be real. The first time that Giannis is like, hey, can I have the ball, Cam? And Cam's like, no. And he just like goes and then misses a shot. I am really interested to see how that goes.
I don't think Giannis will make the same face that he made last time.
No.
I think we need to talk quickly about Sims, who...
Big Sims, baby.
Big Sims carried them against Orlando. Dominant rebounding game after he couldn't do it in the first Orlando game. He entered the call. And they found a collection of players who can throw that guy a lob. And he's all of a sudden just like the premier lob slammer in the league. I mean, maybe Wemby. I don't know. Like, he's not, maybe not like the number one, like, best at it. But like in terms of like how often, or at least how much of his offense it is, they're just like, yeah, let's just throw it up. Jericho's up there somewhere, and he is. He's so athletic and big. Like, It's been awesome to like figure out like, okay, what can we do with this guy? Maybe let's not have him run DHOs because he will do a WWE move on the defensive player.
Every single, it's an illegal screen every time.
They're not borderline. Like, you can't even complain. No one on the Bucks is like, dude, come on. Like, everyone's like, yeah. Like, to the refs, I mean, no one's like, what are you doing? They're all like, yeah, okay, we saw. Like, that was a crazy hip check on Caruso.
It's like, learn, man.
He was really good. He didn't do it against Orlando, and he has the two early ones against the Thunder. I'm like, that's going to hurt because Chet got going right after he went out because nobody else has any heft right now.
Yeah, and Jericho Sims, the Chet stopper.
Jericho Sims stood up Chet really well. And he comes back in and just like threw that thing in a circle into Caruso. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you setting these screens is not your number one value add. You need to catch lobs and defend and rebound. You need to be on the court to do those things. But he was 4 or 5. He is shooting above 80% for the field this year. That's a crazy thing to do. Even for a player who this is your shot diet, that's a crazy percentage. Prime DeAndre Jordan was in the 70 percentages most years. I don't know if he ever did 80. And that was his thing, right? Like, I'm the lob guy. Sims, 80%? What is the exact? 82.1%. That's nuts.
That is crazy.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for Sims, man. It's great to see players on this team start to figure things out.
It's coming together.
It comes back to the point where it's like, you're 53 games in. Yeah. I hope you'd start to do something.
But I will say the flip side, the optimist side of that is like, I've said before, I don't think they have a culture. I feel like there's one being formed because if you really don't have a culture, when you're this far in and that bad in the standings, I think it's easy to just like fall apart. And they
haven't fallen apart. They've actually come together.
They've come together. I think the deadline being over was a huge relief. And I hope this is instructive for Giannis that like you can do whatever you want. But like let's have a firm decision going into next season, which I think they will.
Make whatever gummies you want.
Make whatever gummies, whatever jackets, whatever else stuff. I don't even want to get into it. Like just a great game though, and I agree. Like everyone came together, they all added value in their own way. That was awesome.
It was really cool. It's fun to watch Bucks games again.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: would you rather they go on a run and they're like this, like they're playing well, and you're like, you know what? Let's see how the playing in playoffs goes, or would you rather go full logic brain and be like, no, suck. I want the shot at the top.
Of course, I'd go for winning.
Okay, good. We're on the same page.
Yeah. Winning is the best opportunity of all.
I mean, if they get because they don't redo the draft order, right? Like if they get in as the worst playoff team, they pick 15.
Play-in team.
Playoff team.
I thought they don't even reseed because
the play-in teams go to the lottery. If you lose in the play-in,
didn't the Hawks win the play-in and then get Reese's share?
No, I think they lost in the play-in. Maybe they won one play-in game.
Oh, I'll have to look that up. I'm not used to this. I know I said I would look it up last time.
Was that 2024? So 2024 NBA playoffs. No, they lost to the Heat. Do they show the play-in anywhere? I don't know.
No, they're not real games.
But I still want to see what happened. 2024 NBA play-in.
The Heat beat the Bulls, but then lost to the Sixers. Wait, what?
I think that's the wrong
No,
year.
that's not true at all. Google is broken.
Yeah.
No, the Hawks lost their first play-in game.
Okay, but they went to the play-in, they lost. So if you win through the play-in, the Bucks would probably be the playoff team with the worst record or the worst 8th seed. So they would pick 15. Historically, been a very good pick for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's all I'll say.
It's been good.
I wonder if they've ever done it. I don't know if they've done it before, actually, but
well, when the ones we know,
yeah, the one I'm thinking of was real good.
Yeah, Rashad Vaughn. I'm kidding. He was 17th.
Larry Sanders.
Oh, that was a good pick.
Jason Collier in 2000.
Okay, until Jason Kidd broke him as a human being.
Oh, you mean Larry Sanders? I was like, what did Jason Kidd? I don't even know who Larry Collier is. They picked in the 15th round. Back when the NBA was like 1,000 rounds, they picked 15th a lot. But those are in the first round: Giannis, Larry Sanders, Jason Collier.
Wow, what a great collection of 3 players.
Mr. Ohio basketball in '96.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway. I think I have a solution to tanking. Can I vet this by you?
Please.
So everyone wants to change like the draft order, the lottery, lock the picks, unlock the picks, get rid of protections. But I think for me, the real issue with tanking is not, Sacramento's really bad. It's like when players get pulled. Because I think that's what really undermines the game. I don't think it's wrong for like what the Sixers did. I don't think it's morally wrong to just like trade all of your good players, maybe all of them, but like you like to rebuild, trade your good players, get young players, get draft picks, and then just like try, but know you're going to be bad and pick high. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think what the Jazz and the Wizards and some of these teams are doing, where it's like, oh, it's a close game in the fourth quarter. Sorry, fans, Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr. are done, or Keontae George, Keyshawn George are done, like the Wizards guys. I think. And the league can investigate this because they look into those guys that like, teams get in trouble if they sit a star when they could play a game for whatever reason. I think there should be some threshold, like a number of games where like the Jazz, like if they sit Lauri Markkanen in 10 games where he's ready to play or pull him early for 10 fourth quarters, he should be able to opt out of his contract that year by the player option deadline. So I think, and any player, not just stars, I think for the Wiz, I think it's even worse for young teams. If you're the Wiz and it's like, all right, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, Trey Johnson, you're all going to sit. Like we need the worst guys to play. Those guys should be able to be opt out, unrestricted free agents. I think that should be the penalty because I think the biggest problem is not having the real players play. I think it's bad for the players too, who like you only get so many chances to play in the NBA games. I think they should be able to say, no, I'm going to leave if you're not going to play me in games when I'm able to play and I'm the best option.
I like that concept. I do like that concept. I just have a few questions.
Yeah.
What about, if I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
If I'm Lauri Markkanen.
Yep.
And I am eligible to now opt out of my contract.
Yep.
Is that good for me? Because then a team has to clear cap space when I'm already on a max
deal.
Well,
he's eligible to. It doesn't mean he's out. He has the choice. That's what I'm saying. So if for Markkanen, if he was on that big deal, he may well say, no, I like my contract. I won't do it. And then he can stay. He doesn't have to. We're not just releasing guys from rosters.
What if you did it? What if you did it in the sense of it's not an opt-out, but it's a forced buyout?
No, I think that's a little messy.
That'd be funnier though.
No, I'm not. I don't want to give him the dead cap too. I think that's a bit.
Maybe it doesn't count against the cap, but he still gets paid out.
I feel like the Jazz are going to be like, no way, dude. I'm not paying this guy $200 million or whatever.
Well, then they wouldn't sit him.
No, I guess. That's maybe like a percentage. That's tough.
Yeah, and then whatever team he signs, he can essentially sign as the team has his bird rights.
Well, yeah, I was thinking too, like, could it be like could it be almost like waivers, like a team could opt to take his contract?
Well, I don't think anyone would.
I think someone, I mean, Lauri Markkanen is good enough that someone with cap space would just take him for free.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, would you trade a first for him? Like, if you could just have him for nothing, if you had the room.
Yeah.
Or a trade exception or whatever,
Yeah, but I'm thinking, like, if the Bucks wanted to get Lauri Markkanen, they couldn't do that way.
No. It would have to be more either the buyout or, he just hits free agency, is able to. I think it's more impactful for the teams with young players who are doing this because, like, whatever, you lose a year left on SAR, but you lose the restricted free agency too.
Mm-hmm.
I think the hardest part about this, and maybe you can't do it for all players, is like how do you draw like what if Will Richard is playing better than Alex Sarr or Riley or whichever one they have? Like, okay, now the guy can leave because I benched him because he wasn't playing well. Like that's I think the biggest drawback.
It's how do you judge it?
Yeah, right? So maybe like the current rules, it can only be for like stars or there's some criteria of like there's no basketball case that whoever it is should be playing and Lauri doesn't play at all.
Yeah, the most embarrassed team in this situation has to be the Miami Heat, right?
Yes, because the Jazz got fired for tanking against them and the Heat lost the game.
Which is the Jazz won the basketball.
And I saw some of the Heat mouthpiece people complaining about it. Like the Jazz are so shady. It's like you're shady. What are you up to?
Lost the game. Yeah. They beat you. They were trying to lose. The NBA determined they were trying to lose the game, and you still couldn't beat them.
The Heat are 3 above the Bucks in the loss column at 8, by the way.
It's close.
If we're going to do this play-in thing, the 8 versus 9 is a huge distinction.
Oh, absolutely.
Massive. Absolutely massive.
For 7, if you're 7 or 8, you only have to win 1 out of 2 games.
You win 1 and you're 7.
Yeah. If you're 9 and 10, you have to win 2 games to be 8.
And 1 on the road at least. If you're 10, 2. If you're 9, you have to go on the road against the loser of the 7-8. I'm really intrigued to see where Charlotte gets to. Because right now
keep winning.
They're the play-in boogeyman. But the East play-in, if that Charlotte keeps playing like this, the Bucks keep playing like this, probably going to be the best play-in we've seen in the East like ever.
Yeah, because it won't be the Bulls, Hawks, Heat.
Yeah.
Whoever else joins them that year.
I think the Hawks are having a sneaky, embarrassing season.
Oh, absolutely.
They went from lead Giannis Suter, and they still have this great pick. Like they're not like they're doomed going forward. They don't control their own first. Like they're not tanking. They're just bad. And I think they're
relying on the Pelicans to be bad,
which is a good bet. I think it's karma that they were like, oh, look at our record without Trey. Trey comes back, we suck. We're gonna be really good because we're trading our franchise player for peanuts, and they've been terrible since. That's what you get because they sold him out on the way out the door. Let's be honest. That talking point was at least encouraged by the Hawks of like, oh, what can we do? We got this. We're so good without Trey playing all these bottom feeding teams. Now Dyson Daniels shoots a 3. It's like watching the Hindenburg go down. Did you see the Hornets announcer clip?
I love
what was he like? Oh, what's going on? No, it's just a guy shooting an open 3. he reacted like it was an explosion.
I used to think Eric Collins was a little like, okay, come on, man. What are you doing?
As you get older, you appreciate authenticity as you get older. And the guy's a maniac, but like he really means it. It's not an act. It's just how he is.
His Jordan Clarkson one is a top tier one.
Oh yeah.
That's the face he makes after. It's just incredible.
So good.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up Jordan Clarkson, Eric Collins.
And he's doing some prime games now. Prime just stays winning, dude. I pointed this out during the game last night. It was a prime game.
So good, man.
They're like in the first 3 minutes while he's getting in his foul trouble, but Sims had a couple nice plays in the stop on Holmgren. They're like factually accurately gassing up Jericho Sims. And I'm just thinking, like, imagine this is on TNT. We probably have 40 minutes before the game of Ernie being like, all right, Chuckster, who's this guy play for? It's Jericho Sims in a Bucks uniform. And the Guangdong Tigers, like, they're just like, how can we make fun of these guys more? And meanwhile, Prime is like, man, Sims, such a great value add. And it wasn't Legler, Brent Barry on the call. He's really good. I'm glad he's got that opportunity. They were awesome.
Yeah. I'm liking Michael Grady.
Michael Grady's great.
Yeah.
he knows ball in a way. Like I'm almost like, wait, is he the play-by-play? Is he the color? Like he'll kind of add some insight too and throw it to Barry. Like their booth is awesome. And their halftime show is
so
great.
Good. I didn't turn it off.
No, I turned it up because I kind of I muted it because it was like commercial or whatever. And then I was like, oh, it's UD, Blake, and Dirk and Taylor Rooks, like volume up, volume up, volume up. And Blake was so honest, like for whatever reason, every time a zone comes out, you're like, what do we do? And you just freeze at first as an offense. You get used to it, and he actually said Doc would say to them, his thing was always like, run a play against it. Even if you run a man play, like you just got to keep moving and run something. I'm like, that's really interesting to hear.
Yeah. Blake is very charismatic.
He is. I hated him for a long time, just as a Bucks antagonist, but he's good.
Yeah. Now that he's no longer a Bucks antagonist.
Yeah. No, I think they do great. I think Peacock NBC does great too.
Yeah. ESPN's trying to step their game up.
Yeah.
Still not at that level.
It's been the rights change thing has been a good move for the league.
Competition.
I know people were mixed about, do I need Prime? Like that's annoying. I understand that. I'm ambivalent on it. But the actual broadcasts and stuff have been really good.
It has been. It's been it's been really cool.
Yeah.
We hyped it up this offseason, like we as a general NBA community.
And we were right.
It's delivered.
Yeah.
It's delivered.
Even though the funniest thing was one of the most hyped things was the Jordan insights.
Oh my goodness.
Like, what an interview. They had like 30 minutes of Michael Jordan and they hyped it up like he's going to be breaking down film for him or something.
Well, they said he's going to be like a special contributor.
He contributed once.
Mike Tirico went to his house one time.
One time. Dude, Michael Jordan's great.
I remember before they had actually came out, and it's like, we still think he's going to be like this correspondent.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm doing this for the love of the game. I'm doing this because I feel like it's been too long, and I want to make sure my voice is heard. It's like, brother, maybe do more than one interview then. And talk about actual basketball.
I will say, all the jokes are hilarious. If they get him to do stuff around the playoffs, it'll be worth it. And I don't know if they will. There's no insight. Happen. Even just like do one thing ahead of the finals. I don't know who has the finals actually. They might not even have.
Oh no, wait. I don't know actually.
We should learn this because the Bucks are going to be in it.
It's on ABC.
ABC, so ESPN. Never mind then.
Still, get Michael Jordan anyway. Clearly, he has no real obligation to NBC if he just did a one-time interview.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, Disney's got money.
Just get him anyway. No, they're going to have Stephen A. Smith do like a something. Here's why I think Stephon Diggs is going to jail, and that's going to be before the NBA Finals.
That's hilarious.
Oh, the Usman Dieng train is here, though. It's the All-Star break. Since the last time we talked, I think the last time we talked, I made fun of the potential of Bob being in the three-point contest.
Yeah, Bob's in the three. Bob. Okay, actually, I'm glad you brought this up. We're going over, but we need to address this. Bob in the three-point contest is funny, and I don't think it's going to go well for him. Dame in the three-point contest is bizarre.
It's the second time that someone has competed in the three-point contest after not playing in the season because they tore their Achilles.
Clay?
I can't tell you who the first one was, but Dame is not the first one to do it.
And would it be Clay?
No, it wasn't. It was some random dude.
Oh. It's really odd. I mean, it's fine. I'm not saying it's like a negative or whatever. I'm just like, that is a bizarre thing.
It is very strange. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find this quickly. No, it's all Dame. I
mean, Bob is top 10 in three-point percentage this year. I know you've been on this early. Like, is he going to be able to shoot them fast enough? We'll see. Is he going to be in the corner, start first rack, hit the fourth one, and turn around and start talking trash to whoever's sitting courtside there?
I think he will.
Because that's his thing. Definitely the last rack, he'll do that. No question.
Yeah, because he's going to realize he can't actually finish it.
Yeah. We might as well do something.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 racks.
And there's usually like the extra stuff too.
There's 2 of those money ball things. Do you think he finishes 4 racks?
I think he finishes 4.
How many do you think he gets on 5?
3.
I'm not even talking
3.
makes, man. I'm talking
3. No, I know.
shots.
3. I think he gets through 3 on 5.
3
What's
on
your
5?
lock in
Okay.
yours? This is the new score prediction. How
I
far
think he
does
was getting
Bob
in
go?
2 on 5.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 2 racks. I was going to say
2 racks would be so fun.
I just hope here's what he's got to work on the speed, of course. The other thing, who was it? Was it Redick that one year who just kept taking 2s? You got to make sure you're not in front of the line. And Portis, it's very instinctual for him to take a step forward. He's going to have to make sure he's fully behind it. Yeah.
Do you think he's practicing, or do you think he's like,
no? He campaigned for it. He's for sure practicing.
We'll see.
The funniest thing was they interviewed him if he's ever been to All-Star Weekend before, and he said, "I've never competed in it." Which I was like, "You really never made a Rising Stars game?" I thought he would have made one. And he's like, "I went out to one of them in like 22 or whatever to like see the people. Do you know what I mean?" And just starts laughing. It's like, yeah, we know what you mean, Bob.
We know what you mean, bud.
Him, Plumlee, and Middleton must have been going crazy.
They invited Greg Monroe back.
I don't know if they were ever. I don't know. Plumlee and Bob were probably never on the team together, but they could still hang out.
No, they weren't.
They could still hang out.
No, but Chris Plumlee and Moose get together.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they're doing now.
Chris is playing in Dallas.
Yeah. I needed him in fantasy. He kind of let me down this week. So he's playing, but not the best. I guess, did Ooze wipe out the Chris buyout fervor? I'd still take him for the culture, but.
I mean, then we still need to focus on that Pete Nance roster spot.
That's true. Yeah. Ajax is in danger. I don't know if anyone else is on 1-year deals anymore.
No, it's just Ajax.
I think maybe Thanasis, but we all know that's not happening.
No, he's very important, actually.
Yeah.
Got to go do the hat giveaway.
You can't, at least not until after the hat.
Yeah. Pete Nance, you can wait a little bit more.
Yeah. We need TA's hat.
We're getting a 2-way. That's the question. Who knows?
Yeah, it'd be nice one of these days. There is a deadline, I think, in March. And I was thinking, like, KPJ looked like he got hurt like 3 times in this game. And they they don't have another point guard. So even if it's just Mark, but ideally maybe someone with a little more upside, should probably sign a point guard to that spot. So there is a point guard available because Rollins missed the time. Oh, we haven't talked about. So I reported Ryan Rollins had the plantar fascia in the heel. That's been confirmed because he was ruled out for both of these games with it. The impression I get, we're just going to tug a nugget at the very end here, not necessarily worse, but just has bothered him. And 2 games now plus the whole break, hopefully, kind of able to have him feeling right for the stretch run down the season. So we'll see.
Yeah, give him some time to recover.
But yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think it necessarily got worse, and it wasn't a stealth tank because they won the games. So
yeah, pulled a Utah.
Yeah.
And on that note, well, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
No, it's weird. It's like, this is the first season we're doing consistent multiple pods a week. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And it's like, I theoretically, I did a podcast last week, but it still feels like I've been off for a long time. Yeah. So it's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
Thank you. I'll say thank you for listening to this episode of the Euro Step here on Blue Wire and GSPN, presented by our wonderful friends over at PrizePicks. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you're listening to or watching this podcast, your podcast platform choice, or YouTube. 5-star rating and review. Like the video. Pod random. The oos is loose. And we'll talk to you next time.